Alright, let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to the session. I hope everybody is good. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. I think it's a little off. Anyway, great. Let's get started. I hope everybody is doing good. This is going to be a very special session. Now, you might be wondering, ma'am, why exactly is this such a special session? Because we are going to be doing a revision class, and this is no ordinary revision class, my friends. This is going to be our final class for the topic modals. Not forever, of course. Ma'am is definitely going to teach this topic at some point in the future. So let's let that be assured. But for now, it's going to be our last class for modals, right? So this is going to be our summary revision class. I hope everybody is doing good. If you have already met me in one of my special classes, great. If you have not, guys, if you want to see me live, there are only special classes and plus classes which are going live right now. So nobody is really going live on YouTube. This is usually, I'm pretty sure this is a recorded because I'm recording it right now. Great. Let's get started. Right, everybody is chill, everybody is good. I'm pretty sure you are going to follow this session as well, because this is the last session, right? For example, I would say this is literally what I call in my words, this is my the end session. Done. Mic drop. Done. All right, let's get started with the revision class. What exactly are we revising, ma'am? What are we doing today? Guys, we are going to be, of course, no modal class ever starts with not revising modals, right? We are going to understand or revise, not understand because wo ho chuka hai. We are going to revise what exactly are modals. We are going to look at some spicy rules for, using modals or learning modals. What functions do they help us express? Now, this is super important. Now, why is this important? Because we are going to look at all of these functions one by one in some amount of detail. So, by chance, if this is the first video that you're watching for modals, which is ironically the summary session, don't worry, ma'am got ya. We are going to revise all of it all together. Isn't that awesome? Of course, and the last thing that we are going to end, since we don't have Menti in these recorded sessions, and I don't think it's possible either. Not really. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 10 practice questions, just like I gave you in the last Modalka class, so that, why exactly, ma'am, are you doing that? So that you can practice them and write the answers in the comment section. If you write the answers in the comment section and if you give the correct answers, then I will know that bhaiya ha, that person watched the video, the person understood what exactly were the questions and what exactly are the answers, which is the most important part. Great. So what we'll revise, ma'am, we will revise in this session what are modals, some rules for using modals or some rules associated with modals. What are the functions they help us? What are the functions that they help us to express? And of course, the practice questions, we are not forgetting that. Naturally, we are going to start with a quick introduction. If you are wondering, ki, ma'am, what is your name? Because I get so many. When I take live classes, I think at least 2 questions or 3 questions every class I get. Ki, ma'am, what's your name? Guys, my name is Andrina. And of course, I'm here because I love to teach. And I did my bachelor's in economics for some background. I did my bachelor's in economics. I've been teaching and learning, more importantly, for the past 3-4 years or so. Not just with students, but with a lot of teachers and trainers. And what more can I tell you? Let me say, I can tell you that I like penguins. I can tell you that my favorite color is green and yellow. Now, if you ask me, ma'am, why are you telling me this? No apparent reason. Just like that, just for the sake of it, right? So this is me. Let's get started. And of course, it's also important to give you a brief, not a very brief introduction, but a very brief introduction, not just about me, right? Mera naam janna hi important nahi hai, but it's also very important to understand which platform you're on. You are on the Unacademy platform. Welcome to this journey. Guys, we have a quick introduction about the Unacademy platform. First of all, welcome. It's nice to see you. Awesome. Give yourself a high five. Give yourself some pat on the back that you made it to the right platform. Yes, We have daily live classes. So basically you can chit chat with me in these live classes. This is not live, but we have special classes happening plus classes happening which are live. Make sure that you join me for both. You can engage in discussions, you can ask doubts, and you can answer polls all the while the class is going on. The problem with recorded classes is you can't really do polls, you can't really ask your doubts, you can't really chit chat with the educator, and you can't chit chat with each other. So daily live classes is awesome. We also have structured courses. All of these courses are created according to the exam that you're going to be sitting for. Right now we're only focusing on CBSE, but from my understanding we are also going to take up ICSE in the near future. So all the ICSE students, shout out to you. We are coming, don't worry, we are getting there, right? So structured courses, all these courses are created by teachers, including the content for all of these courses. We also have live tests and quizzes, which basically means a fancy way of saying we have polls which happen on the platform for special classes and plus classes. We have Menti or Kahooting, if you remember what I mean, if you are one of my dear cute students, right? So we Kahoot and we do Menti on YouTube because it's difficult to use the platform here, right? So we have daily sessions, structured courses, and live testing and quizzing. So we learn something and then we immediately practice it so it gets into our head. And we also have unlimited access. With one subscription, you can sit in any teacher's class, you can study any subject, right, for any grade altogether, all at the comfort of your home, all at the comfort from your laptop, your phone, your tab, whatever you're using, I have no idea, your desktop. So it doesn't matter which which device you're using, everything is available at the click of a button. And so is this video, right? So daily live classes, check. Structured courses, check. Live tests and quizzes, check. And unlimited access, check, right? So we have live classes. And if you don't already know about this, if you've never seen my videos, then you clearly don't know. Guys, you can follow your favorite educators on the platform, right? Which basically means that you can search for your favorite educator, you can follow, you can also message them. Okay? You can drop them a message, drop them a line, ki ma'am, how are you doing? All good, right? And you can also dedicate cute hats. I think I've received quite a few hats till now, and I'm very, very grateful. I don't think it's the hats itself. I think what you write is so cute and it's so nice, and it's so good to know that whatever we are doing is actually helping you, right? So follow, message, and yeah, that's it. That's all that you have to do. But you need to download the app for it. So the first step is to install or download the app, follow, and then message. And then if you feel like dedicating a hat to a teacher, you can. Isn't that easy peasy lemon squeezy? Alright. Now this is what the subscription page looks like. In case you were wondering, ki ma'am, what is subscription? Guys, subscription is you becoming a plus student with us. Now plus student basically gets a lot of different advantages that people who don't have subscription get, right? So even though special classes are awesome, of course they are, and they are live and they are unpaid for, there are so many other classes that are very, very interesting or even more awesomer that you might be missing out on because they're plus classes. So do consider becoming a plus student or taking up a subscription. You can use the code ANSYT, that is A for Apple, N for Netherlands, S for swimming pool, Y for you, and T for the truth. I don't know why I just did that. But ANSYT, you can use the code ANSYT to basically get a 10% discount on taking up a subscription if you plan to become a plus student. Try to join us for a little longer, because 1 month or 2 months, it's not really going to tell you ki bhaiya, do I really like this teacher? Is this working out for me? And your time and money is being invested in this. So I would highly recommend that you think this through and then take the decision. And if you really like an educator on the platform, then you should try it at least for some time to understand whether you like that educator's plus class as well, which you're actually paying for, right? Now let's get started with the session. Exactly what we are here for, to rock and roll. I hope that you're ready to rock and roll. Now what exactly are we going to be talking about? The first thing that we're going to be doing, like any other modal session that we start, we are going to be understanding, ma'am, what exactly are modals? We'll revise the basics. So let's get started with it. A huge smile on our faces while we start with what exactly are modals. Now, if you already know, this is a slide which we have seen again and again and a little bit more, right? Guys, modals are special verbs. Okay, if you don't know what verbs are, what are you doing here? What, right? So modals are special verbs which behave irregularly. So even though they are very, very special, they kind of are very peculiar also, because they're kind of irregular. They're not regular, right? Just like, just like rains are irregular in Delhi now because of global warming. Thank you, human beings, for messing up the planet. Awesome. So modals are special verbs which behave irregularly. The examples that we have looked at before also are can, could, should, might. Can I borrow that pencil? Could you pass me that pencil? Should you? You should study a little harder. No, you should answer the practice questions that I'm going to give you at the end of the session. I think it might rain today. I'm not sure. Right? So modals, guys, are special verbs which behave irregularly, and these are some examples. So can, could, might, may, all of these are very, very good, and I would say common examples of what? Of modals. Now, of course, now there are some things to remember about modals. You know, just like when you start going to, or when you start learning math or trigonometry or anything, you start to remember facts about it, right? कि भैया ये चीज़ें हैं जो इस century में या इस king या rule के अंदर हुई थी. Same thing with grammar and same thing with modals. There are some things that you need to remember about what? About the king? No, there are some things that you need to remember about modals. This we already know. Modals don't change according to the number and person of the subject. Ooh, ma'am, what does that mean? This is what it means. I is singular, okay? And I can learn. She is singular and a female, okay? Female part of our species. She can learn. It, okay? Singular, okay? And I don't know the gender. So we're gonna say it can learn. They, okay? Plural. Is it male, female? We don't know, but can. What exactly does that mean? Let me erase it. It looks a little weird now that I've made it, and I really like my PPT. I think I just mess it up. What does that mean, guys? Modals don't really change according to the number and the person of the subject. Okay? Very simple rule to understand. Number or person का कोई effect नहीं होता on what? On modals. So I can learn, she can learn, he can learn, they can learn, we can learn. Can is the modal. क्या can में कोई change आ रहा है क्या? No. Can remains the same. It remains exactly as it was, right? So modals don't change according to the number and the person of the subject. That is rule number what? That is rule number 1. Okay? So let me write some fancy rule number 1, and then we're going to get started with rule number 2. So let's take a look at what exactly are other things that we need to remember when it comes to understanding modals. This is the second thing, which basically brings us to rule number 2. Alright. Now, rule number 2 basically says modals don't really change their forms. Now, ma'am, what does that mean? I have no idea. Guys, it basically means no ing. Okay? We have done this before. Just say no es, no ed. So, canned, no. No. Might, mighting, not really. Could-is, no, that's not even a thing. May, would you like to may? No. Will, willing is still a word. Willed, no. What exactly does this rule number 2 basically means? That you can't really change the form of the modal. So you can't really add an ing, es or an ed to any of the modals. All of them are going to be extremely wrong. So make sure that you always remember that you don't add what? That you don't add an ed, es or an ing to any of the modals that are there. Cool. So rule number 1, quick recap. Rule number 1 says that that modals don't change according to the number, woof woof, and the person of the subject. And the second rule that we learned, it doesn't change it doesn't change its form. It is a very independent person. It doesn't change for anybody, right? So no ing, no es, and no what? No ed. Let's take rule number 3. Now rule number 3, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to read that while I write rule number 3. Modals can be used alone in response to a question. Hey, can you swim? Yes, I can. Will you come? I will. May I sit here? Yes, you may. So modals can be used alone, right? And the modals are also not just fancy, but they also spending time alone by themselves. So modals can be used alone as a response to a particular question. May I come in? Yes, you may. Can I sit here? Yes, you can. Will you come to the party? Yes, I will, or I will. She will, he will, they will, it will. Right? This is rule number 3. Very, very important. They can be used alone as a response to a particular question. That's all that you need to remember. Cool. Let's get started with rule number what? There is another rule. Yes, guys, there is another rule. Rule number 4. Now, this is a rule which is not really a rule per se, but it's more like an observation. Something that you already might have noticed so far, because we have been doing so many needn't, mustn't, shouldn't, couldn't, can't, bahut sara. So basically, modals can be contracted when joined with a not. Now, a lot of times students ask, ki ma'am, what exactly is a contraction? Guys, contraction basically is when you squeeze words together. For example, can, can't, right? Can't is a contraction for can plus not. ठीक है? Can और not को साथ में जोड़ दोगे तो can't बनता है. Could, not, couldn't, could plus not. Couldn't, could not, right? Won't, right? Will not. Wouldn't का wouldn't होगा would not. ठीक है? Don't is do plus not. Ta-da. So it basically says when modals can be contracted with joined with a not. So can का बन जाता है can. When can joins with not, it becomes can't. When could joins with not, it becomes couldn't. When would joins with not, it becomes wouldn't. When should joins with not, it becomes shouldn't. I know I sound kind of extremely stupid saying this on the internet, but it's important to explain. Will plus not is equal to won't, and would plus not is equal to wouldn't. Do plus not is equal to don't. Don't, right? So modals can be contracted when joined with a what? When joined with a big not. That sounds wrong when I say it. Great. That was rule number 4. Now, before we move on to functions of modals and try to understand each of them in some level of depth, let's quickly revise all the 4 rules that we have digested so far. Rule number 1 for modal says it doesn't change according to the number or the person of the subject. So I can, they can, we will, she will, he might or she might. सब सेम रहेगा guys. इसमें कोई चेंज नहीं होता. टेंसेस नहीं है. टेंसेस में चेंज होता है. ये टेंस modals again, they are special and they behave irregularly, so they're not going to change. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, quickly, what was rule number 2? Rule number 2 was they don't change their form, right? They don't really change their form, they stay the same. Yes, right? Exactly that expression. Why don't they change their form? They just don't, guys. Like I told you, they are special and they behave irregularly. Modals don't change form. So no es, no ed, no ing. No ing modals. Modals can be used alone as a response to a particular question. Will you come? I will. Will you go? I will. Will you eat? I will. Of course. Never saying no to food. Food always top priority. Cool? Rule number 3. Oh, rule number 4. We are done with 4 rules. Wow, that was fast. Okay. Rule number 4 was Modals can be contracted when they are attached to what? When they're joined with not, mot, should, pot, no. When they're joined with or not, right? So modals can be contracted when contracted means squeezed together, when they are actually joined with a not. So needn't वाला जो word होता है वो होता है need not. Mustn't, must not. I know these words like can't, couldn't तो हम बहुत सारे सुनते आ रहे हैं, but words like needn't and mustn't are a little bit different and they are new, right? So yes, it will take some time to get used to it, but I think once you're used to it, then though it's chill. Cool. Let's take a, I think I say cool a lot. Okay. Very weird realization in the middle of a session. Let's take a look at functions of modals and everything that they do for us. Now you have to understand something about modals. Modals are very, very good servants. They are very good at performing a lot of different tasks. You ask them to do this, they can wash the dishes, they can do laundry, they can clean your room, they can do the bed, they can do a lot of things. Similarly to like a very nice multitasking servant or you multitasking you, modals also are very multitasking. They can do a lot of things for us, right? So there are a lot of different functions that they perform. We already know what functions do they perform. We are going to take a look at all the list and then we are going to look at all of them individually one by one to revise all of it together. Okay? So let's take a look at the multi-talented modals. I think that's what should be the name of the session, multi-talented modals. They do a lot for us. Let's just say it at that. Alright, now what are the functions that modals help us to express? Now there are a lot of them. Basically multi-talented, as I told you. They help us to ask for a permission. Ma'am, can I go to the bathroom? Ma'am, may I write? Ma'am, may I go to the bathroom? Or ma'am, could you move a little? Or ma'am, I'm not able to see the session. Oh ma'am, Kahoot is not working. All of this, you got it, right? Permission, may, can, could, all of this is used for permission. Request, can you please move a little? Could you please move a little? I can't see the show. Literally, every time I used to go to the cinema hall. Expressing possibility or probability. I think our class teacher is going to be absent, yeah. I think Andrina ma'am is late for this session. She's not going to come for this session. She might not come for this session. She looked very sick or she was very tired. I'm pretty sure I'm going to come for the session. Expressing possibility or probability of an action happening. Giving advices or suggestion. Ki bhaiya, advices ki, you know what? You should eat more green vegetables. You should study more. Or you should go to the park. Or you should ignore your homework. I'm kidding. Don't ignore your homework. You must do your homework on time. Must. Did you see how cleverly I put a modal there for you to understand? Then we have expressing necessity or compulsion, or as I like to call it, obligation. चीजें जो जिंदगी में करनी पड़ती है पर करने का किसको मन नहीं करता. Obligation. Most of the time, not all the time. Modals used to express various functions such as prohibition. भैया ये यहाँ पे allowed नहीं है. Smoking is not allowed. Also very bad habit. Don't do it. Smoking or drinking is not allowed here. Drinking and driving is not allowed. Prohibition is prohibited. Expressing a promise or a wish. I really wish you all the happiness in the world. I really wish, yeah, I really wish she was here so my birthday could be special. Right? This is what modals help us to do. Just imagine the sphere of emotions that modals help us to express. That's quite a bit. That's quite a lot. So modals are multi-talented. They help us to do a lot of different things. We are going to take a look at all of them one by one to understand how each modal help us to achieve a certain task, or how it helps us to express a certain emotion, a certain feeling, or a certain task, as I call it. Like I told you, they are multi-talented servants. They can do anything from doing your laundry to making up your bed. You choose. What do you want them to do? What do you want to do? Cool, cool. Now let's try to understand what exactly are functions of modals in a lot more detail. Now, why is ma'am pausing dramatically after each of these words? For emphasizing detail. Let's take a look at it. Woohoo! Now the first thing that we are going to take a look at is permission. Permission is hella easy. Hella easy. ठीक है क्यों? क्योंकि we are asking for permissions a day in and day out, especially in school. Ma'am, can I go there? Ma'am, may I go there? Ma'am, may I go to the washroom? Ma'am, may I go outside? Ma'am, can I go? Ma'am, please go this all the time. Not even kidding. So the modals that we actually use for expressing permission, asking, giving permission, or saying that everybody has permission, it's basically may, can, or could. May, can, and could are used for asking permission. Now, just hold on a second. How do I erase this? Eraser. Great. Now, first thing, may is used when extremely formal or polite. Now, may is not used in the passing. May is usually used when you want to be extremely what? Extremely formal and extremely polite. May I use the room? May I come in? Right? So usually when you talk to your teachers, when you talk to your headmistress, when you talk to, let's say that you're talking to your principal, you tend to use may a lot. Let's say that you're writing a letter to the editor of a newspaper, may, not can. Let's say that you're writing a letter to the government of India, may, right? When you're requesting something from an organization, may. You're writing a letter to an NGO, may. Why? Because when you're requesting something or when you're asking for permission, may is used when we want to be what? When we want to be extremely polite and extremely formal. May I use the room? May I come in? So may, can, and could are used to ask for what? They are used to ask for permission. Of course, now we have understood ki ma'am, fine, samajh mein aa gaya. May is used for being extremely polite and extremely formal. Now, ma'am, what exactly is can used for, or what exactly is could used for? Can is used when we don't need to be extremely polite. For example, if you're talking to your best friend, hey yaar, can I use the room? Can I come in? Right? You don't use may with them because you don't really need to be polite, very polite. Again, you need to be respectful and kind, but you don't have to be extremely polite. You're not talking to your headmistress. You're not talking to your teacher. You're not talking to an adult. You're talking to somebody who's your age. So when you're talking to somebody who is your age and you don't really need to be what? Extremely polite, you are going to use can. Okay? So the difference between, if you notice the two examples, may I use the room? Can I use the room? May I come in? Can I come in? The whole thing changes with the use of only one word. That's how powerful modals are. They're extremely powerful, especially in English language. Right? Now, the secret part of the question, ma'am, okay, समझ में आ गया. May use करते हैं जब हम extremely polite होना चाहते हैं. Can use करते हैं जब हम extremely impolite तो नहीं, but when we don't have to be extremely polite, तो हम could कब use करते हैं? Obvious question. Could is used when we want to be semi-formalish. 50-50. ठीक है? 50-50. यार, वैसे जरूर you can be formal, but compulsory नहीं है. It's not really compulsory for you to be formal. So could is used when we want to be what? When we want to be 50-50. When we want to be semi-formalish. Could I use the room? Could I come in? So let's do a quick recap. ठीक है? Now I want you to pay attention to the below, like right नीचे slide पे जो examples दिए हुए ना उस पे. Okay, I will go one by one. May I use the room? Right? Polite, extremely polite. Can, not that polite. Can I use the room? Yeah. Right? Could I use the room? Semi-formalish. Now first one, may I come in? Extremely formal. Can I come in? Not that polite. Meh. And right, and could is okay, fine, semi-formalish, right? So if you have attended the last when I did asking for permission in a lot of detail, you must have seen something like this. There is may. Okay, I will quickly draw it so you don't have to go back and forth two videos. Could is used for 50% of formality. Can is used for 20% of formality. And may is used for 100% of formality, which basically means being formal, right? So option number A, B and C, may, can and could, 100, 20 and 30. That's it. Now, if you want to know more about asking for permission, you need to go and check that video out. So make sure if you did not get it through this, that you go and check that video out, because I've done this already in a lot of detail there. So make sure that you check that out. Great. We're done with asking for permission. Now, if you will give me permission, may I move forward to the next topic? I hope so. We are going to move on to making a request. Now, making a request is not tricky at all. We make requests all the time. Hey, can you shut the door? Yeah, it's so cold. Oh my god. Or could you fetch me a glass of water? I'm a little thirsty. So for making a request, we use can and could. Okay? Can I sit here, please? Could you move a little? Could you give me that? Can I borrow a pen? Right? So for making a request, what do we use? We use can and could. Right? That's it. That's all there is to making a request. Now, there are a lot of situations in life in which you're going to make requests. A lot of them. Let's be very real here. Right? So, for example, let's say, and there is no, how do I say it? There is no timeline anymore. Remember, this is what I showed you for permission. There is no such diagram that I can make for this, because can and could for making requests are both equal. So if I could say it, I would say can is equal to could. They are both equal. There's not much of a difference between can and could, right? So can I sit here is equally okay as could I sit here. Both of them are equally fine. But when you're talking about asking for permission, the different words that you use show a different level of politeness. That is why these words are so important, and you need to understand every word is associated in our society with a very different level of politeness. May has a lot of politeness, could has 50-50 politeness, and can has the least level of politeness. But when it comes to making a request, कि भैया ये कर दो please, or please बहन ये कर दो, right? Can and could are equal, right? So could you move a little please? Can you move a little please? You're making requests, both of them are equal. Okay? I hope we got that. If you did not, please write it in the comment section if you have any doubts whatsoever. Oof, we have made it to my personal favorite, which is expressing possibility. क्या होगा भैया future में? क्या होगा? What world will we live in of the world with corona? That's a very depressing question. Anyway, but we are here not talking about coronavirus. We are talking about modals, because modals are going to stick around way longer than coronavirus sticks around for. Just letting you know. Okay? So what exactly do we use to express possibility? We use may. It may rain today. Might. It might rain today. Could. It could rain today. Can't. Nope. It can't rain today. It must rain today. All of these words are actually used to express what? Possibility and probability. कि भैया कुछ होगा future में या नहीं होगा. It might rain tonight, yeah. I'm not sure. हो सकता है बारिश हो जाए रात को. बहुत बार होता है, especially during August and September. She must be our new teacher. मतलब भाई 100% sure she is or she must be our new teacher. I could go to the party. I definitely could. जा तो मैं सकती हूँ पार्टी पे. जाना चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए, that is the bigger question, right? So what exactly are the modals that we use for expressing possibility? May, could, can't, or must, right? Let's take a look at, this is my favorite, how do I say, diagram. I don't have favorite math diagrams, but I have favorite English grammar diagrams. Interesting. Let me change the color of the pen. Blue is getting really boring. Okay, like I told you, right, there's can't, may, might, and could, and must. Now, let's say that you are going to have pizza for dinner. Okay, let's take up an interesting topic, otherwise you will lose interest. Did you see what I just did there? Okay, let's say that you are going to be having pizza for dinner. Okay, we can't have pizza for dinner. Now, when you're absolutely sure, जब आपको पता है कि भैया आज तो डिनर में पिज़्ज़ा नहीं मिलने वाला, sad face, right? You guys, we can't have pizza for dinner today. Sad. when you are absolutely sure something is not true. You are absolutely sure you're not going to have pizza for dinner. But let's say that your mama said to you yesterday ki yaar, I also feel like having a pizza. Maybe I'll go to the grocery store and buy a pizza base and cheese and everything delicious that you put on the pizza, right? Now you are torn. You're like, हो सकता है कि मम्मी शाम को पिज़्ज़ा या पापा शाम को पिज़्ज़ा बना डाले, right? It could be possibly true. So maybe 50-50. I am not sure. हो सकता है क्योंकि मॉम ने बोला था, और नहीं भी हो सकता अगर मॉम का मूड खराब हो गया तो भैया नहीं मिलेगा पिज़्ज़ा, ठीक है? So when you are when something is possibly true, you are 50-50 about it. You can use may, might, you could, right? We may have pizza tonight. We might have pizza tonight, or we could have pizza tonight. ठीक है? So can't जो पता है भैया 100%, जब 100% श्योरिटी होती है ना कि मम्मी का मूड खराब है और मम्मी पिज़्ज़ा क्या, मॉम रोटी है दाल भी दे दे, वही सबसे बड़ी बात होगी, right? So when you are 100% sure something isn't true, you use can't. When you're 50-50 कि हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता, it's going to be may, might, and what? And could. And of course, when you are certain, आपने मम्मी को किचन में पिज़्ज़ा बनाते हुए देख लिया, right? You are absolutely certain that something is definitely going to happen. Like you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your bones, and you have goosebumps because mom is making pizza, because you have seen mama making pizza in the kitchen. You are certainly certain that it's going to be true. When you're 100% what? Unsure? No. 100% sure it's going to happen. A huge smiley face because who doesn't like pizza? Yes. Right? So when you're 100% sure about something in life or about pizza, you say must. We must be having pizza tonight. क्योंकि मैंने मम्मी को किचन में पिज़्ज़ा बनाते हुए देख लिया, ठीक है? So जब पिज़्ज़ा बिल्कुल पता है 100% श्योरिटी नहीं है, यार we can't have pizza today. 50-50 है. I think we may have pizza, we might have pizza, or we could have pizza today. And जब आपको पता है कि भैया डिनर में तो पिज़्ज़ा ही मिलने वाला है, लंच स्किप कर देते हैं, आज हम रात को 2-3 पिज़्ज़ा बिल्कुल दबा के खा के सोएंगे, must, right? When you're 100% sure about something happening. So can't, may, could, and must all are modals which express what? Which express possibility. Possibility or a probability of you having pizza for dinner. I hope you get to have pizza for dinner. I don't know what else to say. Great. Cool. I hope we got that. So far we have covered expressing possibility and probability. We have covered making a request, can and could, equal, and we have covered asking for permission, may, extremely polite, and could, 50-50 polite, semi-formalish, and can, not so formal, something that you can use with your peers. Alright, now let's move on to understand what exactly do we mean when we say ki ma'am, can you give me some advice on improving my English language skills? You're asking me for what? You're asking me for an advice or suggestion, right? Now, we use should to give advice or suggestion. 100% to nahi. Most of the time, we use should to give advices or suggestion, right? Let's read some examples to understand it a little bit better, right? First thing is कि भैया you should eat more grown vegetables. You should not drink and drive. Logic. You should wear a helmet to protect yourself, especially if you are driving a scooter, scooty, cycle, whatever you might be driving. Now, you have to understand one thing. Where is my pen? Great, I can't see my pen. Hate it when that happens. Got it. Got my pen. Now, what I was saying was, what you need to understand about giving advices and suggestion, one important bit is, guys, कोई आपको force नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है? So advices suggestion का ultimately motive होता है कि no force, ठीक है? Now people can give you advices कि यार ये कर सकते हो, ये कर लेना, वो कर लेना, but ultimately nobody can really force you to do a particular task. So when we say कि भैया give advice or suggestion about something, we are not really saying कि हम करेंगे. We are saying कि कर सकते हैं या कर सकते हो, right? So we should give advices, but we shouldn't expect the person to follow that advice. ठीक है? So should is the word which we use to give advice as a suggestion to people, things, whatever you want to give advice to or take advice for. So you should eat more green vegetables. यहाँ पे in this sentence I'm implying कि I'm not forcing you to have green vegetables. कोई मैं आपके घर आके चेक नहीं करी कि ये पालक खाया नहीं खाया. Not really. Even though palak paneer is very close to my heart, just saying. And so is saag. And so is meat and all of the green vegetables. Sorry guys, I'm a nice kid. You should not drink and drive, right? I'm telling you कि भैया you shouldn't drink and drive or you should not drink and drive. Can I force you? Can I, if you're somebody is drinking, can I be like, no, you can't drink and drive? No, not really. You can't force someone because you're giving them an advice or a suggestion. You should wear a helmet to protect yourself. Now here also, I'm giving you an advice. I'm asking कि भैया पहन लेना helmet. It's good for you. But am I in any case forcing you? No, I'm not. So when you give somebody advice or a suggestion, life advice right here, you're not really forcing them to do it. You are giving them an advice. It's a suggestion. They can or cannot take that advice. Awesome. So should is the modal which is used for giving advices and suggestion. Great. Oh, but plot twist in the story. Should is not the only modal which is used for giving advices. Mufat ki advices and suggestion. Ought to gives a stronger advice or suggestion. Right? Now should is used for what I would call as mild suggestions or mild advice. ठीक है? लेना है लो, मत लेना है मत लो. It's all good. But when you give a stronger advice or suggestion कि तुम्हें तो ये करना चाहिए, ठीक है? With a tint of moral obligation कि obligation आ जाता है करना चाहिए, no? You ought to eat more green vegetables. You ought to. तुम्हें करना चाहिए, ठीक है? You ought to not drink or drive. You ought to wear a helmet to protect yourself. Now think about these two sentences. Just let me erase this right here because this is distracting me from the whole main thing that we're talking about. Right? So should is used for making mild advices. You should eat more grain vegetables. But when you're giving it in a stronger sense, right? It's going to be ought to. You ought to eat more green vegetables. You should not drink and drive. Mild advice. You ought to not drink and drive. Right? Again, I'm coming on stronger at you. I'm still giving you an advice, but I'm giving you a stronger advice. I'm asking you, ये ज़्यादा basically I'm giving you a hint. इसे follow ज़रूर करना. ठीक है? You should wear a helmet to protect yourself. You ought to wear a helmet to protect yourself. Very mild differences, but it makes a whole world of a difference when you use these in your vocabulary or speaking or writing. ठीक है? So mild advices and suggestion should. Stronger advices and suggestion ought to. ठीक है? OUGHT. Even though from exam perspective, should has a higher chance of coming in your exam, ought to has a lesser chance of coming in your exam. But it's very, very important nonetheless. ठीक है? But that is not where the story ends. There is something else which we need to understand. The third and the key part, which is basically the hero of our story, had better to give the strongest advice and suggestion. Now you can rank them. I wish I could rank them. If I could rank them, let me do that. Okay? So we started with should. Okay? Then we move on to what? We moved on to ought to. OUGHT. Ought to. Okay? And then we moved on to had better. Now all of them are basically used for giving advices and suggestion. Yes ma'am, they are. So should is used for very, very mild suggestion. Ought to is used for giving, how do I say it, a little stronger suggestion. The strongest word or the strongest modal that you can use for giving advices and suggestion is had better. Now had better usually comes with sometimes yes, sometimes it comes with consequences. You had better study or else you will fail. You had better finish your homework or your teacher will give you punishment. Right? So मैं कह रही हूँ कि भाई ये homework खत्म कर लो वरना मिलेगी punishment. पढ़ लो वरना हो जाओगे तुम fail. Right? So when you give consequences, you can use had better. Here we will read the same sentences but with a different modal, which is had better. You had better eat more green vegetables. यहाँ पे I am coming out the strongest with my advice or suggestion कि भैया खा लो तुम अपने green vegetables. You had better not drink and drive. You better not drink and drive. You had better wear a helmet to protect yourself. Now, if you were noticing, or if you noticed, ma'am used the same example in all of these slides. Same, green vegetables खाने का, drink and drive का, helmet पहनने का. The only thing that ma'am changed was the word that I was using to give you an advice. एक में I used should, which is the mildest. एक में I used ought to, which is what? Which is basically medium. Strong advices, but not that strong. Ought, had better is the strongest advice or the strongest modal that you can use to give the strongest advice. Yes, I hope we got that. If you have any doubt, you know where exactly to approach. You can write it in the comment section below so we can take that up in the next class when we meet. So make sure that you are keeping a note of all the doubts that you have, because these classes are not going to be live. I'm not going to be able to read the chat box live. So make sure that you keep a note, and if you meet me in a special class, plus class, make sure that you ask me that doubt. Yes? Or of course next YouTube class. Oh, this is something that we have also very recently covered. Must and have to are used to express necessity and compulsion. Now, if you have attended the last class, then you already know have to is not a modal verb. Ma'am, आप क्या बोल रहे हो? It's true, guys. It is not really a modal verb. ठीक है? Must, yes, must is definitely a modal verb. दोनों के दोनों are used for obligation कि करना पड़ेगा यार, option नहीं है. For example, you must drive carefully on a slippery road. I have to go to school tomorrow. I have to submit my homework, or she must eat her food slowly. All of them are doing what? They are expressing necessity or compulsion कि भैया obligation है करना पड़ेगा. So even though have to is not really a modal verb, it can replace must in the same sentence, और sentence का मतलब change भी नहीं होगा. That is legit. I'm not making it up. So must and have to are used to express what? They are used to express necessity or compulsion or obligation, right? So have to and must can be used interchangeably. I will show you how. So let's say यहाँ पे must को हटा के मैंने have to लगा दिया, ठीक है? So you must drive carefully on a slippery road. You have to drive carefully on a slippery road. क्या sentence का मतलब change हुआ? No, stays the same. You have to go to school tomorrow. You must go to school tomorrow. Meaning change हुआ? नहीं हुआ ma'am. Same. You have to submit my. I have to submit my homework. I have to नहीं. I must submit my homework. Did the meaning of the sentence change? No, still the same. She must eat her food slowly. She have to eat her food slowly. She has to, not have to, has to. Right? Now those are some changes that you can do. Has to say have to and have to say has to बना सकते हो according to the subject that you're going to. So he has to eat his food slowly. I have to, you have to, and they have to. Right? He, she और it के साथ थोड़ा change आ जाएगा. Alright, just give me great. Now expressing prohibition. Prohibition usually means कि ये नहीं करना, ये allowed नहीं है. For example, if you see a lot of posters related to, you know, कि you should not drink or you should not smoke, it basically comes with this this icon. I want to. Okay, cool. I got it. Where exactly is my pen? I keep losing my pen because its nib is so small to see. Hold on a second while I remove my mistakes. Thank God there is an option like that. ठीक है. Okay, this is what you see, right? So you see something like this. I don't know if I'm drawing it well, but you get the idea, right? So you basically see something like okay, smoking or drinking is prohibited in this region. Basically it means it's not allowed. It's like a huge X. you must not express, must not. We use must not to express prohibition. For example, you must not smoke in the hallway. You must not laugh in the library. You must not carry inflammable products near fire. Of course, ये तो सबसे बड़ी stupidity है if somebody is doing that. They're literally digging their own grave. Guys, must not is used to show express prohibition or show prohibition कि ये नहीं करना. You must not do this. You must not play with fire. बच्चों को बोलते हैं ना कि भैया आग के साथ नहीं खेलना. दिवाली आ रही है, by the way. Make sure that you stay safe. Don't burst if you're bursting crackers. Try not to burst a lot of crackers. Not good for the environment. Not good for your health. Not good for anybody. The only thing that you're doing is most probably wasting money, and considering the economy, you shouldn't. So try not to burst a lot of crackers. You must not burst crackers. Not a prohibition. You should not burst crackers. It's basically an advice. So expressing prohibition, we must not do something, right? So must not is used for expressing prohibition. Now there is a lot more that you can do. You can express a promise or intention as well, right? We use will and shall to express promise. Now I think you already know what a promise is. कि यार मैं तुझसे मिलने आऊँगी और मैं तुझसे मिलने आऊँगा और यार हम ना जब कोविड ख़त्म हो जाएगा ना, then we'll go for a vacation or we'll go to have ice cream together or we'll go and have coffee or we will go and play, we'll meet each other and we'll play games. You're basically expressing a promise or intention, right? Intention मतलब intent, मुझे ये करना है. Will and shall are used to express a promise or intention. Now it's a very logical plane. I want you to understand this. Why? Because again, it's logic. Now promises usually are kept for the future. So are intentions. कि हो करेंगे, right? For example, we will meet, we will have coffee, or we will paint, we will read a book. Promise, करेंगे, right? So that is why you will see कि will and shall are used. Because they both stand for future tense. Will and shall are used because promises are usually, or intentions are usually made for the future. We will do this. We shall go to the market, right? So I will write to you. क्या मैं अभी बैठ के लिख रही हूँ तुम्हें letter? नहीं तो करूँगी. It's a promise. I will do it. For example, when your mother asks you to clean your room and you're busy doing nothing on your phone, and you say, हाँ मम्मा यार, I will clean my room. You are making what? You are making a promise for the future. Intention, I shall go to the market to get your favorite cereal, right? क्या मैं अभी कर रही हूँ बैठ के? मैं अभी मार्केट जा रही हूँ? नहीं. But will I go to the market? Yes, I will go to the market, right? I will see you soon. It's a very beautiful promise कि भैया I will meet you, भैया बहन whatever, I will see you soon, right? So you have to understand one thing. Why we are using will and shall is because promises or intentions on a very logical plane happen in the future tense, right? And you already know will and shall is used for future. Now that I've rubbed that off, alright, should we change the color of the pen? I think it's getting really boring to use the same pen. I think I want to go with purple, right? So will and shall, why are we using that will and shall logic? Because we're talking about future, and promises and intentions are usually kept for the future. Okay? So I will come to see you soon, or I will of course come live on these channels very very soon. We shall meet each other very soon. And guys, ऐसा नहीं है, कोई कुछ वैसा वैसा नहीं हो रहा. Don't worry, we will. And if you want to join us for special classes or plus classes where you will get to see us live, make sure that you're there for that as well, right? So expressing a promise or intention, will and shall is the modal is used for that. So quick recap of before we move on to expressing a wish. Let's quickly recap what we have done so far. We will do a summary also, right? Expressing prohibition, you must not do this. You must not ignore the questions that I will discuss with you just in a bit, right? Must not. Then we have expressing necessity or compulsion. You must do this. You have to do this, right? You have to do those practice questions. You must do those practice questions because grammar is like math. If you're not practicing, you're not going to become good at it. Giving advices. yaar, I really should start working out. I ought to start working out. Stronger advice, strongest advice. I had better start working out. ठीक है, उससे पहले क्या किया था? Possibility, yaar, I don't think we can't go to the market today. My leg is broken. नहीं जा सकते ना, you're 100% sure. When you're 50-50 there, I think we may go to the market, we might go to the market, or we could go to the market if I get free from work. And must, यार, we must go to the market. घर पे बिल्कुल, my favorite cereal is finished. I need to go to the market. We must go to the market. Possibility से पहले क्या किया था? Making a request, वो तो हमने पहले डिस्कस कर लिया. Can or could, which is equal. So giving advices, suggestions, right, which we use should for mild advices, ought to for stronger advices, and had better for the strongest advices that honestly that you will ever give to somebody in your lifetime. ठीक है? So expressing necessity and compulsion, करना चाहिए जो आपको करना पड़ेगा, must and have to, and expressing prohibition, you must not, right, you must not do this, you must not do that, ये नहीं करना. Expressing a promise, I will see you soon, we shall meet again, to do mentees and kahooting. I miss kahooting already. Cool. Not becoming sad about it. Guys, expressing a wish, yeah, may, you know the, okay, you know Ashirwad, right? I'm pretty sure you are very familiar with the concept of Ashirwad, किसी को आशीर्वाद देना. So a lot of times elders, I think most of the times elders give you Ashirwad. That's basically a wish, right? You basically, people say that, oh, may God bless you, may you live a happy life, may you find all the love in the world. They are expressing what? They're expressing a wish, and may is used to express a wish most of the time, right? So the first thing, word, or the first modal that should come to your head when you're thinking about wish is basically may. May is used to express a wish. May you live a happy life, may God bless you, and may you find all the happiness in the world. I really hope, or love in the world. Whatever, you find hope and love and everything. Cool? Right? Now there are some more modals which are not really, how do I say it? They're not really mainstream, but they are there. For example, dare you do such a thing? I will not allow it. Dare is, how do I say it? Dare tends to be kind of rude. This is more of like when you're very angry with someone. How dare she, how dare she say this about me, right? You may not go outside. This is opposite of permission dena. Like for example, oh ma'am, please may I go to the toilet, please, I really want to go to the toilet, and your ma'am is in the middle of explaining something really important, and she says, no, you may not go to the toilet, and then you're just standing there like, how should I go to the washroom then? Has happened, don't worry, with me. I don't have to go to the party. Obligation, I have to, मुझे करना पड़ेगा. ना, अब मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है. I don't have to go to the party. I don't need to go to the party. मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है पार्टी में जाने की. I don't want to. I don't need to. Would you like to come with me? Would is also used as a modal. So don't get confused कि भैया could and should तो समझ में आ गया. Would कैसे use होता है? Would is also a modal. It can be rude. The not rude, but would is also a modal which can be used. Dare, I would say, I was thinking about the word dare, I would say is the rudest modal there is. Don't use it very wisely. Don't you dare use it, you know, just like that. Just saying. Cool. Now that we have looked at some more modals to understanding, let's take a look at what? We're going to take a look at 10 practice questions. Now, how exactly will you do? You are going to do these answers for me. I want you to write the answers in the comment section. I'm going to read the questions for you, and if you have written the answers in the comment section, I will know that you've gone through the video and you've got it. You've got it down. Mic drop. We are done with this topic. Awesome. Let's get started. The first question is, you dash pay in cash. They don't have card machines. Interesting. They don't have card machines. The word don't is your hint here कि भैया card machine तो है ही नहीं, तो cash से ही pay करना पड़ेगा. This is your hint for this question, and the options that you get are have to, can, could, or may. Now, when you're answering these questions, think about what each of these words is specifically used for. Which each of these modals are used for. That took a really long time. Okay, I dash clean my room. I must clean my room. I can clean my room, or might, or shall. Now this feels like a personal obligation कि भैया मुझे कर लेना चाहिए, ठीक है, जो अंदर से आता है ना जब आपका करवा इतना गंदा हो जाता है, and then you're like so this is going to be your hint for this particular question. It's kind of like a personal obligation. Third question, dash we go for a walk, right? Now you're suggesting something, not advising. This is not advising. किसी को walk के लिए पूछना is not advising. Walk पे चलना, no. Right? So may, can, could, या ought to. I would say the hint here is going to be don't be so formal. You're asking somebody out for a walk, not for marrying them, or you're not talking to your principal or teacher. Don't be so formal. It is very cloudy. Dash rain today. Ooh, it is very cloudy. So again, हर cloudy दिन पे तो बारिश नहीं होती, right? Just hold on a second. Let me erase this off. Got it. Guys, हर cloudy दिन पे बारिश नहीं होती, ठीक है? So I am not 100% sure it is going to rain. So the hint for this question is going to be modals of probability and possibility. Think about that, and then you would be able to give the correct answer for this particular question. People dash not tell lies. Ooh. Now, of course, people will always tell lies, but what do you think is the correct answer for this one? Here it feels more like suggestion. ठीक है, I'm just saying, क्या मैं लोगों को झूठ बोलने से मना कर सकती हूँ? Not really, not my place to be. So, I'm just giving a suggestion. Maybe they should not really tell lies, or they must not, or they ought not, or they had better. I don't know. What do you think is the correct answer? Let me know in the comment section below. I dash speak German fluently when I was a kid. Ah, when I was a kid, those glorious days. Hint is going to be think about ability in the past. Alright, now think about ability in the past tense and you would be able to figure out the correct answer. Ability in the past, should, might, can, could, have to, must. इसमें तो सारे के सारे modals ही घुसा रखे हैं options में, so you would be able to give the correct answer. Use of plastic bags dash be banned. Again, सब लोगों को plastic bags use करने से मना कर सकते हो? नहीं. तो इस question का hint होगा, again, it's a suggestion. मैं सजेस्ट कर रही हूँ कि ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा हो सकता है, या फोर्स कर सकते हैं किसी को? नॉट रियली. यू कैन फोर्स एनीबडी टू डू एनीथिंग इन लाइफ एक्सेप्ट योरसेल्फ. Then we have that ring is gigantic. It dash have cost a fortune. Now I am very sure. The hint for this question is कि I am so sure that ring dash cost a fortune. Right? So sure. That is going to be your hint for this question. You would be able to give me the correct answer. Yeah? This one. You dash check for traffic before we leave. You should, might, can, could, must, yeah, have to. Right? Again, it feels like more of a suggestion to me कि भैया कर लेते तो शायद हमें ट्रैफिक नहीं मिलता और हम टाइम पे पहुंच पाते. Story of every day in Bangalore or in Delhi, because there are so many people, so many cars and so much traffic. The teacher said we dash read the book if we wanted more marks. Again, the teacher here is saying consequence. The hint for this is going to be ये करो और ये मिलेगा. ठीक है? Sorry, I was writing the answer and then I was like, I'm not telling you the answer. Hold on a second. Consequence. Sequence. ठीक है? We're talking about consequence. Cool? And that is it. Make sure that you write all the answers in the comment section. If you have any doubts, we are not going live on YouTube, but we have our plus classes and special classes going on as scheduled. So make sure that you see me there if you have any doubts related to modals as well, or you can find me on the app. Thank you so much for becoming a part of this session. We are done with this topic. I am so proud of you, and I'm so proud of me and that we were able to finish a very difficult, tricky topic like modal. There are a lot of them, they are everywhere, and they are super important. Not just for grammar, not just for your marks, but in life. Right? We also, okay, of course, love, learn, and live. Love, because that's one of the most important things in life. Learn, because that's what we are here for. And live, because you can't do loving and learning if you're not really alive. So make sure that you live. Other than that, make sure that you like the video if you actually like the video. Right? If you liked whatever we did today, it was fun. If you want somebody else to do the practice questions, make sure that you share the video, and make sure that you click on the subscribe button for the channel and hit the bell icon. Otherwise, you will not get a notification every time an educator's or your favorite educator's video goes live on the channel. Right? So a lot of times students ask me, ma'am, how do I know if an educator's video is going live? You need to be you need to be subscribed, and you need to hit the bell icon as well to get a notification every time somebody goes live. Right? Then you can decide if you want to attend the session, not attend the session, watch a recap. But yes, thank you so much, guys. Make sure that you write the answers in the comment section below for the 10 practice questions that I have already given you the hint for. Of course, you can find me on the Unacademy Learning app. You will have to download it, follow, and message. Message me your request for special classes, message me your requests for extra YouTube classes, and of course anything and everything in the middle. Right? Whew. Great job, guys. We made it. I'm so proud of all of us. Thank you so much for joining me for this session, and I'm going to see you for the next class. Yes, let's do it. Cool, guys. Take care. Make sure that you are staying safe. If you're going outside, please wear a mask. If you're not going to be able to wear a mask, then it's very unsafe to go outside. Weather is changing, people are falling sick. Make sure that you're using a hand sanitizer all the time. If you're getting something from outside, make sure that you're drowning it in sanitizer. Literally, just like sometimes I just take the sanitizer bottle and I pour it on the parcels, because I'm like, they've gone are the days when I would spray the sanitizer, because I don't think I have the patience for it anymore. So great. Cool. That is it from my side. I'm going to see you in the next class. Thank you so much for joining. Bye. Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you're having. Let's go.